I didn't know it when I did this ride, but I decided this is probably my farewell ride for the Tiger. Somewhere around 6.5, 7 minutes into this, you'll hear my reasons. It's Monday, March 2nd, and I have a new battery in the Tiger 900. It solved the problem. I just went to a Rocky Mountain ATV MC and I took the recommended lithium battery that they had. And I'd kind of forgotten just how much lighter lithium batteries are, but it weighed 2 pounds and the battery lead acid one I took out weighed 8.5 pounds. So, I just chopped 6 pounds off the weight of the bike. That's kind of cool. So, bike starts right up. That was what the problem was. And I will get going here in just a minute. See you in a little while. I'm just going to go to Bunny Flats and come back.
Okay.
Oh, such a nice sound. It just fires up so quickly, too. I've read this and I've proved it to myself, unfortunately, twice now. If you let this bike sit for a week, not being on a battery tender, the battery will go flat. And if you're doing a lead acid battery, that pretty well ruins the battery. Of course, now I'm getting a check engine warning. Still saying it, I'm still going to do the ride. Well, I assumed it was caused by swapping the battery, and the check engine light was. And as soon as I got home, I did a quick web search, and they said that just running the bike a couple times, a couple heat cycles would probably clear it, and if not, you might have to do something with the OBD port and clear it, which I could have done. I do have a tool that would allow me to do that, but I didn't need to. After I finished the ride, I started it up again a little while later, and the check engine light was gone. Again, it was caused by changing the battery, and that's a common occurrence. And here's Bunny Flats. We're going to come up here with the dogs again sometime soon. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I think we're done for snow for the winter at Mount Shasta. The 15-day forecast doesn't show any snow in it. We're showing a lot warmer weather. Might even get up to 70 degrees. And I think we're kind of over winter. I think we got an early spring. It's supposed to get up to 55 degrees today in Mount Shasta. I'm not sure what it's going to get up to up at Bunny Flats. It'll be cold. So Bunny Flats is at about 6,950 feet. And that makes a huge difference from the ski park. I think the base of the ski park is like 5,500. That's why they had to close down. They closed down, well, today. They were open yesterday, but I don't know that they should have been. It had an awful lot of exposed dirt. Anybody skiing there was having to do a slalom course around the dirt patches. Like I say, that's like late spring skiing. I've done that before, and it can be fun. But their biggest problem is down at the base where they have the ski lifts. There's just no snow down there. I don't know if people that ride street bikes really think about this too much, but you watch your MotoGP types and the other road racing on YouTube or videos or something, and you see the people railing around corners and they're leaning way off the side of the bike and they're dragging a knee. That's all well and good, but when you're riding on roads like this, if there's a chance your tires are gonna slip a little bit on some sand, you'll do a whole lot better to lean the bike over like this, but keep yourself upright. That way if the bike does start to skid a little bit, you can kind of go with it. If you're leaning down there, dragging the knee almost, and the bike starts to skid out a little bit, it's pretty hard to save it. I don't doubt that most people that ride street bikes have taken a shot at that once or twice, but it's a bad idea unless you're on a racetrack. On a racetrack, have at it. It's a lot of fun. I've never done a racetrack, but I've had a lot of friends that have, that I've ridden with, and it's a blast. And I love racing. I'm sure if I'd lived near a racetrack, I would have done it, but I didn't. And by the way, the friends that I had that did it, they've got racing classes where you can ride on, fairly low displacement street bikes. And I forget exactly what my friends did, but it was like a 400 something or other. But you don't have to be on some super sport, crazy fast bike to have fun racing. Most of us really shouldn't be trying to go as fast as we can on a 180, 200 horsepower super sport motorcycle. And honestly, if you have a motorcycle like that, you really can't open it up and try to ride it aggressively unless you are on a race course. And even then, man, you have to be a really, really good rider to be able to do that with a bike like that. Most of us mere mortals have no business trying to do something like that. In the meanwhile, I have a great time riding this motorcycle on this Everett Memorial Highway up to Bunny Flats and back. The corners are just great. Speed limits on it is 55, but you know what? It's a lot of fun going around these corners at 40, 45, maybe 50. All legal and fun. So I'm always thinking about what motorcycle next. I really like this Tiger, but I'm thinking about maybe changing it out for something else. Why? The motorcycle is great at everything that it does. Absolutely great touring bike. I got the GV side cases for it. Had it all fixed up where I could do some long touring with it if I wanted to. And after doing a bunch of rides for 5-6 hours and so forth, I decided, you know what, I probably just don't really want to take the really long rides. And if I don't want to take the really long rides, then this motorcycle isn't quite as attractive. Although on a day like this, I'm taking a short ride and I'm enjoying the heated grips and the heated seat. Make no mistake about that. And it's fun. But I'm thinking about getting that street bike again that's instead of being over 500 pounds like this bike is, at least once I get a little bit of stuff on it, one that's closer to 400 pounds. Just easier to move around the garage and fun. Tiger 900 GT Pro is one of the best touring bikes I've ever owned. The best touring bike I've ever owned. Okay, bear with me here. I owned a Harley Ultra Classic way back in 2003. And yeah, if you just wanted to go cruising a long ways, that bike was super comfortable, really good, great wind protection, great everything, but it also weighed 850 pounds. Back in the day then, I didn't mind it so much. But I'm not into the 850-pound touring bikes anymore. I don't care if it's a Goldwing or a Harley or anything else. And as I said, I don't really think I'd like to stay that long on a motorcycle. One of the things everybody's going to find out, I know I got a lot of people that watch my channel. Well, I don't have a lot of people that watch my channel, but the people that do, a number of them are a little bit older like I am. You get into your 70s and it's impossible not to have some back issues. Your spine compresses. Everybody gets this thing called DDD, degenerative disc disease. And you sit too long in the wrong way and so forth, and your back starts hurting. And that's just inevitable with age, and there's no cure for it. Unless you can suddenly make yourself magically younger again, and we don't have that ability. I'm always interested in different motorcycles, like to try things out, and I keep getting older for some crazy reason. Mind you, that's better than the alternative, but kind of changes how you look at things. I still like riding the fire roads and such, but there's a reason why I'm doing it on a fairly small KLX 230S now. Now the deal with the street bike, if I get one, and I don't make it a, quote, adventure sort of bike, which, if I just get a street bike, you can get them with a nice low seat height and fairly lightweight. I mean, I like that. But it means the dirt roads become problematic again, just like they were when I had the GSX 8S. That's why I got this, which is pretty good on a dirt road. On the other hand, I still have my KLX 230, and at the moment at least, I plan on keeping it for quite a while, which I can get my dirt road fixed with that. Now I could push this in without starting the motor, but you know what? It's a whole lot easier if I sit on it and just ride it into the garage. If it's the KLX, I wouldn't bother. I definitely just push that in. A lot easier to let the motor do the work.